Hello there. It's Cookies with turn 98. Yeah, turn 98 of LA Arca. And we cast Auspex again. Didn't find anything. Got a trickle of Blood Slaves. Got more Brigands, so more bad events. And we caught some Brigands, and our commander died of disease. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So Pangea didn't raid anything back. They're not interested in 400 income. They're okay with letting us have it, so we will take it. Additionally, we see Lagash still down here under the sea. We see an army of almost 200 with their pretender here. Um, we've got an army of 400, so I'm starting to think about maybe fighting this. I would like a little bit more gem income though, stuff like that. And if we're gonna go sit on this fort, I'd kind of like to rotate out the unique commanders that I can't really replace. I know I should probably commit them, and that it would probably be okay. But if I lose them, I'm gonna be sad, and I don't want to be sad. So I'm somewhat risk averse. I think we could potentially beat this army by getting certain mages into a communion and giving them something like a demon bane so they're flames from the sky immune. And then we can rotate these big mages back. But we're continuing to feed more mages in. So we're gonna build up a small backup force here just in case we get flames from the sky here. This force can just sit here and it can join last second. Sending more troops and mages in. We've got this guy patrolling with his sages. Additionally, I guess the other thing of note is we're triple casting Mind Hunt at Lagash. So we're going to see if we can kill that Sea King. What else is going on? Yeah, just forging more stuff to help make our army a little bit more flames from the sky resistant. Judging by how much I've been hit by it before, my general hope is if the masters for key spells are all immune, because they've got demon banes, so they've got plus 5 HP and 15 fire resist, then I should be in really good shape. And generally, for organizing these communities, because of the late game nuclear options, I generally assume I'm going to have only about half the communion slaves I actually send, or even less. So I'm generally operating on the principle that my communion masters will have 3 levels from joining the communion, and they'll work around things by casting based on that. So if I send like 30 or 40 communion slaves, maybe 20 of them die, and then maybe 10 of them burn out in the communion because I'm just not gonna bother taking the time to try and craft a perfect communion. Um, and that would probably consist of taking a lot of the 4-path mages like these guys and making them the slaves because there's less off-path casting. And it would consist of giving a lot of these the Sibyls like bows or something, so they wouldn't do off-path or like off-script nature casting to burn out the communion. I think it's just going to burn out, and I'm going to have to be okay with that. And so maybe by the end of whatever romp we do here, I might only have like 10 or 15 mages again if I walk in with 50. So that's just kind of like the assumptions going on in my head after these first two. And until Pan shows me that they've got more efficient ways to kill my mages, like they do Flames from the Sky and Murdering Winter, which is what I was assuming Lagash was going to do. It was Murdering Winter this army. Then until they actually show that, I'm not going to change what I'm doing. It's just going to be building up gems, building up a large number of mystics, and then going and sitting and taking the attrition, but ideally also taking the fort. So that's kind of the plan there. We're recruiting everywhere again, so we're enjoying our new farms, the new income base we're getting from these farms. Like just these two sending in like 400 gold a turn is a lot of recruitment. So for instance, that's 135, 235. So this whole fort was probably paid for in terms of production by just this farm. So pretty significant impact. It'll help our army scale faster, and in the meantime, Pan, despite having a lot of territory, is also fighting more enemies. So it might slow down Pan's expansion as well. We'll have to see. Or I guess their like acquisition of new troops is what will start slowing down. And it seems like it's already started slowing down a little bit. I'm not seeing quite as many 2 or 3 or 400 stacks moving around. I know they have a big stack somewhere in this area, but I don't know if they're intending to try and take back the Throne of Knowledge at all. The player seems somewhat burnt out, just by what I'm seeing. Like the armies are really passive, they don't move, and maybe that's an indicator that they don't want to bother scripting it. So, all right. Yeah, I honestly assumed my Arco would have been dead like 10, 15 turns ago. So, but the Pan player just didn't want to deal with the attrition needed to come push in here and take all this. So, all right. Yep, and you can see we're forging more Demon Banes. And other than that, not much is going on. Continuing to patrol, building up a stack of reinforcements that can come in. So maybe we can just like hop in and then hop over, or maybe, yeah, something like that. And hopefully things will work out and we can get through this pretender and really start to break open and raid through Pangea proper. We'll just have to see how it goes, and I'll see you in the next one. Turn 99.